Well, farmers have threatened their first national strike ever to protest against the government's inheritance tax raid. Thousands of UK farmers are planning to protest in London next week with a march through the capital and an NFU rally set to take place on November the 19th. They'll have my support, as will Gareth Wyn Jones, cow and sheep farmer and star of Jeremy Kow's Drive Time. How are you, son?
Living the dream.
Oh, lovely. On a serious note for once, because all we ever do is talk about how many hits you get and how many followers you've got. It seems to me that this government will do anything to tax and attack anybody who is doing their best to make a business work. And certainly farmers must feel that they have been readily attacked by Starmer and the budget.
Yeah, I think what's really frustrating is that he went to the NFU conference in February and said he'd protect family farms. Then he comes out with the first budget with the first time in history to put inheritance tax on, farmland, agricultural land. And that inheritance tax has been kept away from farmland to keep food affordable for the masses. So he's not just taxing us as a farming community. I'll tell you what he's doing. He is taxing the poorer people in society, because this is only going to cause more food inflation, more hikes in food costs, and who are going to suffer? The poorer people in society. It's a double whammy, really. It's a very ill thought out policy, and going forward, I think they really have to readdress it. They're trying to say that they're going to take it off rich farmers. If they put the threshold at 7, 8, 9 million, that would have been a different story. But to bring it to what they brought it, every farm, is a working business. My family's been on this farm for 375 years. I could be the last generation here. I'll tell you, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see some of the people in our industry on the knees already. Interest rates going up. It's a job with supermarkets pushing prices down. And then we have a new government that hits us with 3 taxes, actually. 1, inheritance tax. 2, the tax on the 4x4s, the twin cab 4x4s. That can go triple for people. Now, don't forget, farmers work big hours. They need them machines, because, they pick up their children from school. They don't take them home. They take them to work with them. Them kids are in a safe place in the back of that pickup then, while they're carrying on working. They go home, get their tea, and then that truck will be carrying livestock. It's ludicrous what they're doing. And the 3rd tax is going to be import tax on fertiliser coming into this country. So a triple whammy for the agricultural sector. I just don't get it. They are going to make people hungry, poorer and sicker. And I just don't get it. I don't get it.
I've always believed that when you watch how people win elections, you made the point there that he went to the NFU, the conference of farming, the Farmers Union, and promised to protect farmers. You must feel very let down. Let's just explain it in layman's terms. We haven't got much time. Inheritance tax would mean you can't pass your farm down because it'd be costing too much money. People that they would employ and produce that you would then provide would have to be got from elsewhere. So prices for everyday people, food prices, would go up. So as you quite rightly say, it's not thought out at all. Why the hell are they doing it then? Why are they penalising the farming community so badly?
Well, it just makes you think that they haven't, really looked at it. We know there is problems with the NHS. There's problems within our transport system, and everybody seems to get paid if they go on strike. And farmers are the last people on God's earth that want to go on strike or protest. We want to be at home producing food affordably for the nation. And I'll tell you something, food security should be at the top of any government.
Well, let me tell you, right, and I haven't got long. What do you make of a comment by a former Blair advisor today that said Starmer should do to the farmers what Thatcher did to the miners?
I've seen it on numerous occasions. It absolutely boiled my blood. I can't even think of a bigger insult. Who does he think is feeding him every day? He didn't look malnutrition to me. He looked pretty healthy. You know, you're going to need a farmer once, twice, or 3 times a day, a doctor, a dentist, a policeman, once, twice, or 3 times a year. You know, people really need to wake up and smell the coffee. And when people like that come onto mainstream media and say them things, it is so frustrating, and it's adding more flames to a very, very hot situation already within the farming industry. We need calm, we need collectiveness, we need peacefulness, but we need the government to listen to the people that are feeding them. Do not bite the hand that feeds you. Build a better Britain on our bellies. You know, a farming food revolution is needed, and we need to make sure that, you know, food security is at the top of the pyramid, because we have a growing population on a small island that needs to be fed affordably, seasonally, sustainably, and healthily. And the farmers are the solution, not the problem.
It's always great, Gareth, and I mean this to have you on Gareth Wyn Jones, and give our best to the farming community.